Hello guys, how are you doing? Okay, so today's lesson is lesson 10 on page 84. We have here a very important grammar point today, okay, which are the zero and the first conditionals. Guys, the word conditional is just like Portuguese, okay? Conditional is when for something to happen, another thing must happen first, okay? This is called a conditional because one is a condition for another thing to happen, okay? So, let's see first the new content, okay? And then I will explain both conditionals for you, zero and first. Okay, let's repeat. True, false, out of office, hail, to hail, a clause, main, a lift, a ride, to freeze, freeze, froze, frozen, affect. Very good. Okay guys, true and false. False is just like Portuguese, okay? True is the opposite. So, for example, you have in your workbooks some exercises that you are supposed to read a text, and then you have to answer true or false for some statements, okay? Out of office means that the person is not in the office, is not working at that time or during that period. For example, it's very common when people when they go on vacation, okay, they put on their WhatsApp number or on their email an automatic response saying that I'm on vacation during this period, I am out of office this period, okay? Okay, hail is the noun, to hail is the verb. Hail is small balls of ice that come from the sky like rain, okay? So when the temperature up there is very low, okay, and it starts to rain, the rain freezes and it becomes hail, okay? A clause is a sentence, okay, that contains a subject, a verb, and an object. This is a clause. Main is a synonym for principle, okay? Principle, which is just like Portuguese, okay? So, for example, we could say that Januário Miraglia is the principal road in Campos do Jordão, or Januário Miraglia is the main road in Campos do Jordão, okay? A lift and a ride. See, we have a difference in vocabulary here between the British English and the American English. Okay, a lift in England, a ride in America. A lift or a ride is when, for example, I am here at the school and, for example, you live in Jaguaribe, okay? Let's suppose that I'm going that direction, in the direction of Jaguaribe, okay? So you can ask me, Lisa, can you give me a ride? Okay, can I go with you and you leave me in Jaguaribe? Okay, so in England, a lift, in America, a ride. To freeze, guys, is what happens to water when we put it in the freezer, okay? We use the word freezer here in Brazil, right? So the freezer freezes things, okay? So, for example, water freezes at the temperature of 0 Celsius degrees, okay? Degree, because it's 0, not plural, I'm sorry. And the three forms of this verb which is irregular, freeze, froze, frozen. And a fact is just like Portuguese, something that is true, a fact. Okay? Okay, so the conditionals. Guys, the zero conditional. What do I use the zero conditional for? Let's read here, okay? We use the zero conditional when we want to talk about facts or things that are generally true. Scientific facts are often covered by the zero conditional because they are true no matter what. Okay, they are scientific facts. For example, when water freezes, it becomes hard. It becomes ice. That's a fact. Nothing could change that. Okay? The zero conditional uses if or when and must be followed by the simple present or the imperative. Okay, so guys, the basic structure of the zero conditional is if or when. In the zero conditional, when is much more common because it's a fact. Okay? So, if or when, then it's followed by present simple and the second clause, the second part of the information is also in the present. Okay? I want you to underline in these examples that I'm going to read, you are going to underline the verbs. Okay? Example. When it rains, tennis lessons happen in the gym. So you are going to underline rains, happen. See? It starts with when it rains, the tennis lessons happen. Okay? So underline the verbs. Or if it rains, tennis lessons happen in the gym. It's the same sentence, but instead of when, if. When John is out of office, I answer his phone. When is the verb to be in the present, answer, the verb to answer in the present. Okay? If John is out of office, I answer his phone. The same sentence, but instead of when, if. Okay? It is important to remember that this condition is not related to the past, present, or future. It only applies to things which are always true. Okay? They were true, they will be true, they are true. No present, no past, no future. The information here is about things that are always true. Okay? Good. So, now the first conditional, guys. The first conditional is a structure which we use when we want to talk about real possibilities in the future. We form the first conditional with if plus present plus will. Okay? So, here, guys, the structure is very similar. Remember that will is the auxiliary that shows us the future. So, it's if plus present plus future. Okay, so if something happens now, something else will happen. Will happen is the future of happen. Okay? So, and we have to remember that the negative of will is won't. Okay, it can happen too. So, if clause. If plus present plus comma. So there's always a comma here. Okay? And the main clause. The subject plus will plus the infinitive. Whatever verb you want. Okay? Example, if you study, present, you will pass the exam. Will pass, future. Okay? If we put the main clause first, we don't need the comma. Okay, so if we can start with will, but when we do that, okay, we don't need the comma. Example, I will stay home if it rains. Will stay, future. Rains, present simple. No comma. Okay? Very nice. Guys, if you have any questions on this, please let me know. Okay? So, let's repeat, guys. If we run, we will get the bus. If it rains, I can give you a lift. When he buys chocolate, he buys some for me. When rain freezes, it becomes hail or snow. If you don't come to the lesson, you won't understand the grammar. If I wake up late, I am late for work. Very nice, guys. So now, let's practice. What will happen if you don't come to your English lesson? If I don't come to my English lesson, I won't learn the new vocabulary and grammar. What happens to your fingers if you smoke? If you smoke, your fingers become yellow. What happens if children play outside? If children play outside, they don't become overweight. What will you do if you have enough money? If I have enough money, I will buy some new shoes. What will Miss Jones do if she sees Emily? If Miss Jones sees Emily, she won't say hello. What do you do if you can't sleep at night? If I can't sleep at night, I watch a film or read a book. What does your teacher do if you talk during the class? If I talk during the class, the teacher tells me to stop. What will you do if you miss your bus? If I miss my bus, I will get a ride with Thomas. What happens to rain when it freezes? When rain freezes, it becomes hail or snow. When do we use the words out of office? We use the words out of office when we want to tell people that we are not working, either because we are on holiday or sick. We usually use it on our emails or messages. Is it true that owls' heads can turn almost 360 degrees? Yes, it is true that owls' heads can turn almost 360 degrees. Did your parents give you a lift to school when you were a child? Yes, my parents gave me a lift to school when I was a child. What is the opposite of true? The opposite of true is false. What will you feel if you pass the next exam? If I pass the next exam, I will be very happy. When you buy chocolate for your teacher, is she very happy? Yes, when I buy chocolate for my teacher, she is very happy. See, people, that's a fact. What happens if you eat too much? If you eat too much, you gain weight. What happens if babies are hungry? If babies are hungry, they cry. Where does she go if she visits a new city? If she visits a new city, she goes to the museums. What will he be if he studies? He will be a better student if he studies. What will happen if her train is late? If her train is late, she will be late. Okay, guys, what I want you to do is on this page, on page 85, I want you to underline each one of the verbs, okay? And I want you to identify which are zero conditional and which are first conditions, okay? You write on the side of the answer, including the let's repeat part, okay? You underline the verbs and you write on the side, zero first, first, zero, okay? We have a deal? I want a picture of this page, okay, by tomorrow. Send it to me, okay? Guys, so this was today's new content, okay? And I have this homework for you. So underline all the verbs and put on the side, zero first. Okay? Guys, thank you very much and see you soon. Bye-bye.